Welcome to the first edition to Your Post on the Move. I'm here today with Kyle Stutkopf. Stutthoff. Okay, I'll get it right. My German's really bad. But anyway, we're here today to talk a little bit about his vision as the new post commander. What's your vision for the post moving forward?
Well, I'd like to move towards working together not only with our own auxiliary, our SAL. I'd like to also work with community outreach programs
Right.
that are currently helping veterans even now. I'd like to use what we already have with the pillars over the 100 years that we've been as the American Legion, to give that and to gain from these people that are also kind of working towards a future of beneficial helpfulness.
So joining with other partners in the community that are doing things. Now you've already been out and about in the community. You've brought about bringing back the Citizens Awards for the kids,
Yes.
Citizenship Awards, and we got a lot of response on that. I think you've also been out with the Military Academy and what was that program? Something with the shooters?
The rifle team needed someone to help gain. They needed someone to spot for their top shooters at the SMA. It's not specifically SMA, but it's a grouping of all the rifle teams in our county, and the top person needed an extra shooter or an extra spotter, so that they can go to national, and she did. She ended up going national, and I do believe she won. They're supposed to be sending us something here soon. I need to talk to Sergeant Pellegrino again. But we're also wanting to work with the school in their community service programs. A lot of the students nowadays in most high schools need about 70, 75 hours of community service, and there's no reason we couldn't give them that community service while also they get to learn about helping out people in how we give our own service.
Right, and so that's part of probably the one of the pillars, which is children. So we're already working on that, and the veterans pillar, you're looking to reach out with other community agencies that are serving veterans, yes, and supplement them or possibly lead some information.
Well, as it stands right now, the American Legion is currently set to anyone that's during wartime. So that doesn't cover every veteran, but other community service programs in Sarasota and outside of Sarasota, and most of Florida, have started popping up because they want to help every veteran. And we have one of the highest numbers of veterans. I believe we're pretty much the highest in the country. So we work with them, and it'll be a mutual kind of for veterans approach. What we can do, we can donate the money that we use, and maybe they can come to us, and we can do a beneficial charity function. We've done similar things with the Haven, the Community Haven, where
that was a great event, by the way. It was a simple event. It was like kind of a passive thing. All they wanted was a smile, a hug.
Right.
It was a great event.
We have another one coming up. What we do is we work with the Eagles, and that's another. It's not necessarily about veterans. But it does its own kind of service. We work together with them. We do a bowling tournament every year. Stuff like that is what we can do with other services that are already helping veterans. That we're slowly, hopefully, those votings get done and everything's passed, and we can get all those people into the home here. But I've also reached out to people. I had a Cold War vet not too long. I think I told you about that. He just needed help moving, and we worked with SRQ vets. Well, I took it upon myself to gather up some service people. We packed them up, and then SRQ vets took them to their new place. And he updates me every now and again, and I keep in contact with him, because that's all. I mean, if you have the time to do it, why not?
Yeah, and the other thing, besides the outreach here, I think locally here within the club itself, that you're looking to a little more align each area, like the Sons and the Auxiliary, into a more cohesive group, working together as a goal to better the post.
Yes. Well, I'd like to stop giving this idea that they're all separate. We're all under the same kind of flagship, so to speak. And so we're all working towards the exact same thing. We want to help veterans and help them adjust and help their families prosper and help people understand that, what it is to serve. And the SAL do that just because their fathers or grandfathers did it, and that's just pure on their own. The auxiliary do it because they're, as of right now, their wives or the granddaughters, daughters, such like that, and because they want to help. But that's why we should be working together. There's no reason we couldn't also work with them. So I wanted to go towards more of an approach of combined committees. So that way when we're working to help with the youth, just like we were talking about with SMA and with Riverview and hopefully more, but we get people together that want to do that. If they want to come out and help with youth programs like getting kids together, just helping them with homework because they have their parents work all the time. That's a lot of people here work in the service industry, and a lot of veterans come right out of service and go right into the service industry when they live down here, and not all of them are retired, and so their kids need somewhere to go and they need something to do. And if you have free time and that's something you want to get into, come join the committee in any fashion that you can join us. Then you come and be part of the youth committee and we'll work together.
Correct. And I think what you're saying in there too is there's different levels of involvement. You know, it can be something passive, it could be something if you want to go out into the community, or you could just come here to the club like the dinner the other day.
Yes.
And just smiles and hugs, and that's all was needed at that. But if you want to go out, there's programs. I know we're looking into a program at the jail where they have a veterans pod there to see if there's any assistance we can do there. And of course, we want to get out in the community more to be able to be visible in the community, to have the prestige that we should have, to be out there and actually doing things. Obviously, we have a very, very nice place here that we can come to as a group, but we need to get out in the community and do that work.
Yes, and that can start with just coming in, throwing just giving donation money, coming to Friday dinners. We do have those are open to the public. It is posted to that all those are open to the public on our Friday dinners. If that's all you can do is come eat steak and we can use that money to help others, then you're helping. But if you have more time and you want to head
come
something,
and help cook the steak.
You can come help cook the steak. You can bring
clean up or whatever.
You can bring some kind of thing to do while we cook the steak and let us know, and we'll work something out. We've done all kinds of things just to help, just to get people, together. We try to make it family-ish oriented. Everybody kind of knows each other. I've been here almost my entire life.
Right. So before we wrap it up, any other thing you'd like to talk about that, in this vision of the post moving on and not being what we have been in the past, but being what we used to be way in the past, out there in the community? Anything that comes to mind?
Well, I'd hope for people to just start coming out, even if you're just coming out to tell me you want something to do, then I will help you do that thing. You want to come here and say, I want to do this, then by all means, you will head that. And you will get support from me and everyone here.
Oh, absolutely, because there's so many different things in the community that we can do that all we need is somebody that would like doing that particular
thing. Not even that. If we post up things that are just like when you bought when you rented that bus for us,
right,
and everyone kind of went up and seen the Warrior games together. Those things go on all week. If people want to come up and start now talking about you want to come up with us, start now. Start donating now. We'll get a bunch of buses.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting time. I mean, how much better can you get than supporting people that have lost limbs and things like that are out there giving it all, and there wasn't anybody over there that gave up. So, we have a pretty good life, that right now, and to watch those people of what they've come from, and they're moving forward and they're doing it, and just to be there. We didn't have to do anything but just cheer them on and yell, and that was a great time. Wish we would have had more people, but maybe next time we will. Well, that's about it for this session. We're going to be bringing you these brief videos from time to time to keep you informed. We have over 500 something members, and we're lucky if we see everyone here at the Post, so we're trying to communicate in different ways to reach out to all our members and let us know how we're doing. And meanwhile, see you at the Post.